That's all. Like to leave hands. No, I mean it. So, I figured we'd try this again. For one thing, if you're going to change your name, why go from a Puerto Rican name to an Italian one?
Settle looking. I mean, Evan was telling me that you don't look Puerto Rican. You don't look Puerto Rican. But I am.
So you figured you looked Italian.
I just wanted to be somebody new. So I became also.
Why did you want to become someone new?
Not exactly proud of my past.
Well, who is called it? That's exactly what the word means, past.
And that might be easy for you to say, but...
Hold up, look, wait a minute. What made you start dancing? Your parents?
No. I mean, what do Puerto Ricans know about theater, right? I mean, none of that child 47. Back then they didn't have anything. But my father, he loved movies, and he'd take us to see them all the time. He'd work nights, and he'd get off and take us down to 42nd Street. And we'd come out of one show, go into another, and another. I don't know why. I always loved musicals.
How old were you?
7 or 8.
On 42nd Street.
Yeah. No, it was a trip.
Go on.
Well, we go into all these movies, and I always have to sit in the front because I couldn't see. And now I wear contacts. But I'd go sit in the front, and these strange men would come and sit by me. And play with me. I don't know why I never told anybody about that before. I figured it didn't matter.
Why didn't it happen?
Why?
Look, Paul, I'm sorry. This is too rough. I have your picture and resume right here.
No. Okay. See, from always watching those movie musicals, I would dance in the street all the time. You know, I'd always get caught. It was embarrassing. But I was always being seduced, which was odd because I really wanted to be an actor. I mean, I really wanted to perform. You know, one time my cousin told me, she said, "You'll never be an actor." And I know what she meant. She meant that I was a sissy. I mean, I was terribly effeminate. I mean, I always knew I was gay, and that never really bothered me. What bothered me was, yeah, I never really knew how to be a boy. You know, one time I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, "You're 14 years old. You're a fat. What are you going to do with your life?" You know, at that time I was going to Cardinal Hayes High School. You know, there were 3,000 boys there. I didn't have any protection anymore. No homeroom where I could be funny and charming with the tough guys. They'd fight my battles for me like at the smaller schools. You know, I really liked school. But, I mean, my grades, they got so bad. Even if I knew the answer to a question, I never raised my hand because I was afraid the other kids would laugh at me. And they used to whistle at me as I walked in the halls. Finally, I went into my principal's office and I said, "I'm a homosexual." First of all, this was a Catholic high school. And second, at the age of 15, you just didn't say something like that. So he asked me, "Do you want to see a psychologist?" And I did. And he told me, "I think you're very well adjusted for your age. And I think you should quit school." So I did. I really didn't want to. But I just couldn't take it anymore. See, when I left school, what I was trying to do was figure out who I was. You know, how to be a man. You know, I figured out since then there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to be men. And I figured out that I am one. I was just looking for the wrong thing. I was trying to figure out how to be butch. And I started hanging out down down on 78th Street, just meeting all these really strange people, just trying to make friends with people who were like me, so I could figure out what it was that I was. And one day, someone told me that they were looking for male dancers down at the Jewel Box Review, you know, the drag show. Well, first of all, from all those years of being in Sid Charisse, I had this fabulous extension. I mean, I could turn anything on the first audition. So I go to audition, and they tell me, "You're too short to be a boy. How would you like to be a pony?" Well, what's that? They said, "It means you gotta be a girl." What do I gotta do? I said, "Show us your legs." I got hair on my legs. I said, "That's all right, we'll take care of it. Go upstairs." So I go upstairs, and they hike up my dungarees and put on a pair of nylon stockings and high heels. It was freaky. It was incredible. So I go back downstairs, and they tell me, "You've got great legs." And I said, "Really?" Sure. You know, it's so strange thinking about this. It was an entire lifetime ago. I was only 16 at the time. And then there was the whole business of trying to hide all this from my parents. And that was something. Because they had to buy all this stuff, you know, like shoes for dancing, and earrings, and makeup. And I'd hide it, and my mother would find it. So I told her that there was this girl on the show, and she didn't want her mother to know what she was doing. And so I was just keeping it for her. She believed me. Anyway, I was finally in show business, you know? Okay, it was the asshole of show business, but I had a job. You know, nothing to brag about. I had friends. You know, but after a while, it got to be so demeaning. I mean, none of the performers had any dignity. Most of them considered themselves to be freaks. I don't know. I think it was the lack of dignity that got to me. So, I left. You know, sure, I muddled around for a little bit. I was an office boy, a waiter, but without a real education, you can't get a good job. So the Jewel Box called me to see if I'd come back. I went. So we were performing at the Apollo Theater on 125th Street, doing 4 shows a day and a movie. It was really tacky. But the show was going to go to Chicago, and my parents wanted to say goodbye. So they were going to bring my luggage down to the theater after the show. We were doing this Oriental number, and I looked like anime woman. I had these giant chrysanthemums on either side of my head, and this huge headdress with gold balls hanging all over it. And I was going on to the finale now. So I get to the top of the stairs, and I look out. Who should I see? It was my parents. They had gotten there early. I freaked. You know, but what could I do? I mean, I had to go on for the finale, so I thought, I know, I'll just walk right past them, like all the others, and they'll never recognize me. So I took a deep breath, and I started down the stairs. And just as I passed my mother, I heard her say, "Oh my God!" I died. You know, but what could I do? I had to finish the show. So, you know, I finished the show, and I went back up to my dressing room. And after I finished taking off my makeup, I quickly changed back into my clothes. I go back downstairs. And there they were. In the middle of all of these. And all they said to me was, "He's right. Remember to eat. And take care of yourself." And just before they left, my father turned to the producer and he said, "Take care of my son." That was the first time that he ever called me that. And I...
Alright, bring the kids in. Have them grab hats on the way.